today, folks, I'm going to discuss a few of the challenges we have in installations and dismantles on the trade show floor. First of all, thank you very much for coming to my YouTube channel here, Black Ops Show Services. But I really want to let you guys know what are some of the, how can I put it, some of the challenges we have, some of the issues we have, but we always overcome them. I tell my clients all the time, you know, in my almost 30 years of doing this, there's never been a time when the show hasn't went on as scheduled, that the booth went up, show open, show closed, everything was smooth. So we tell them that to give them, so they'll be rest assured that we got this. So let me go over just a couple of things that happen to us on the trade show floor that can make it sometimes a little bit challenging or concerning, but we always get through it. So one of the main things that usually happens is we have issues with freight coming in not on time or coming in damaged. That's one issue. Another issue is that we don't have our electrical down or it's not in the right place according to the blueprints, to the drawings. So if we deal with that, that sometimes will set us back. Another thing that happens sometimes on the installs, as far as keeping us from being as efficient as we normally would like to be, or sometimes there are just some miscommunications. When I say miscommunications, let me give you an example. Sometimes the booth orientation may be different from what the client actually wants. We've had situations where I'll go back probably 8-9 years on the SEMA show here in Vegas. We had a booth that was put up, huge booth, and day before the show opened, day before SEMA opened, we had to turn the booth around 180 degrees. That means take everything down, pull everything up off the floor, the carpet, and redo the electrical, and turn that booth around 180 degrees. Yeah, it took us probably 12.5 hours to get it done, but we got it done. Booth open, show open on time, everything went as planned. So that's just an example of some of the things we deal with in our industry, as far as things that can snafu you for a minute, make the client panic and pull the hair out, but we always get it done. We always figure out a way. It's just challenges, nothing we can't handle, nothing that we haven't pretty much seen before. But that's just quick example. Some of the other challenges are sometimes when it comes to setting up a booth, there's just not enough foresight sometimes from the clients, so we have to hold their hands and walk through the process. But now when it comes to dismantle, some of the challenges that I can think of off the top of my head would be, freight comes in whenever it comes in. So for the most time, we have our clients, we let them know in advance, hey, you know what, freight's gonna come back probably the next day. It'd be better to do it the next day as opposed to doing it on when the show closes. Or we'll have you guys come in and work 4 hours when the show closes, and then come back the next day and work another 4 hours. Because that gives us time for all the freight to come in, depending on what time that show closes. Show closes anywhere from noon to 5 o'clock in the afternoon most times. So when that show closes, they have to roll the aisle carpet up. They have to clear the hall and then start bringing freight in. By that time, most of the workers on the show floor have already taken the booths, brought them down pretty much, taking down television monitors, TVs, computers, all the things have already been taken care of. That's one of the challenges. Well, that's one of the biggest challenges with dismantle, is that freight can really hold up the process of getting the booth out on the truck and off to its next destination. So that's just a couple of things that I want to just throw out there for people to understand, and for our clients to understand too, that sometimes there's things out of our control. Sometimes when the freight comes in, it's not dropped at the right booth. That happens a lot. And since the pandemic, we've had a lot of new freight operators in the industry because a lot of people retired. Some folks didn't survive the pandemic. Some folks got out of the industry. So a lot of the freight operators and forklift operators now are new. So they're not as proficient sometimes or knowledgeable. And it's a growing curve. It's a learning curve. They'll get it. And we find this not just in Vegas, but in every city that we travel to. So it's not just here. it's nationwide. So a lot of newbies in the industry learning the tricks of the trade. So those are just a couple of things that I want to mention in regards to some of the challenges that we have when it comes to installation and dismantle of a trade shows. But I'll be continuing this process, sharing different things about this industry with you guys here on our YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. Black Optional Services out. Thank you.